Welcome to the Burnley FC 2002-2003 End of Season Review Part 2. Well, after the awful start to the season with 4 straight defeats, including one of Brighton's few victories all the campaign, the Clarets have steadied the ship and hosted Tottenham and Manchester United in the Worthington Cup. Forgetting that awful August, Burnley go into our second phase of the season, having lost just 4 league games since, and hopes of a playoff place at the end of the term are very much alive. It's been something of a Big Dipper ride so far, but the biggest inclines, the biggest ups and downs, some highs, but unfortunately some bigger lows are still to come. A march to the 6th round of the FA Cup in March, but after that, those of a nervous disability, please be warned. We begin the second part of our season review with a father and son confrontation as Ian Moore faces Ronnie Moore at Turf Moor.
Mullin to take a corner for the visitors. Whose fans are shouting, "Come on, you Reds"? I can tell you they lined that cricket field stand. Mullin, oh, a goal! That's a goal, and who is that man? Number 9, Alan Lee, the former Claret, has put the visitors 1-0 into the lead. Played in again, Rotherham in the driving seat. Chance for Mullin, 2-0. That is amazing. They've come here and they've grabbed 2 quick goals, and the 2 ex-Clarets have put the visitors in the lead. The Rotherham keeper, kick long. Lee gets the header in here for Barker. Lee gives it back to Barker, and Mullin shots for a 3rd time, and that is 3-0, and it has come early. Really, Mullin gets the 2nd, Rotherham's 3rd. We must take our chances. We've still haven't got 1 yet. We have to create 1 or 2, and Monkhouse skips over Little, and Monkhouse this left-hand side. The cross comes in at the back of everybody. Lee, 4-0. So 2 for Lee, 2 for Mullin, and this is becoming a rout. 16 is in with his head there. Well, what's going to happen here? They're teeing up now. Davis! Goal! Burnley have scored a goal.
I never thought he was going to get his foot to it. It seemed to roll across him, and it was all wrong, the angle, but it managed to get it into the corner. We just said a moment or 2 ago that the first goal's most important. That's the first one. I sincerely hope the floodgates open. 1 or 2 nerves will just wander through the Rotherham defence. They'll say, let's get it together, but the doubts, the first seed of a doubt just begins to creep in. That's 1 back, David, 3 to go.
That's it out for Rotherham. Branch feeds Grant on this right-hand side for Burnley. A good cross from Grant. Get it in. Yes. Davis gets 2. 4-2.
Well, there was ping-ponging about, wasn't it? There was a goal-mouth melee, and it finally fell to only a half-fit Steve Davis, but the captain, with his 2nd goal on the afternoon, gives a bit of hope back to the Clarets. It's 4-2.
Well, that's better from Burnley, and still a mountain to climb, but, you know, as Terry said, it is game on now. You have to get your first, the 2nd automatically, but we'll just see what happens now. Maybe, just maybe, Rotherham might stop. 7 minutes to go here. Oh, a great turn from Byfield. Cross. 5-2. Can you believe that? 5-2.
Really, it's clear again.
Oh. Cross comes a oh! That's 6. 6-2. That's it's been a real afternoon. The ball played in by Nick Dawes on the right-hand side, and Byfield gets another.
moment, and it's Gareth Taylor, plays it through. Robbie Blake looks to turn. Two players in the box at the moment. Blake takes him on, crosses a ball, and it's a goal for Burnley! Gareth Taylor scores! Nice bit of play from Burnley. Ball across from Robbie Blake, who's been involved in everything they've done this afternoon. And Gareth Taylor, header, top right-hand corner of the net, Terry. Good goal for Burnley.
And Gareth Taylor there wants every possible mark you can give him out of 10, because he was instrumental in the build-up play, holding it up, beating his man. Perfect ball down the line. Robbie Blake gets it under. Cross comes in. Taylor had made all the run into the box and gets on the end of it. It gave Murray in goal no chance. Dennis Irwin will keep close onto West. Gets the ball back from Blake, and a lovely one too. And inside to West, but the referee lets the play on. Westy with the ball. Deflection, yes!
Another goal for Burnley, Dean West. Everybody was looking out at the linesman, waiting for the flag to go up. The linesman waved play on, the referee waved play on, and it's Dean West from 35 yards for Burnley. Burnley 2, Wolverhampton 1. Dean West did probably get the best tackle of the game in there. Burnley looking to break, and it's Robbie Blake with a shot. It's just wide of the left-hand post there from Robbie Blake. Burnley looking very dangerous at the moment, Terry.
In swinger, 2, 4, 6, 7 players in the box. That's to the back post. 2 Burnley players. It drops free, but luckily to Taylor, who can't get it clear, and he finds the back of the net. Just turns inside. I'll tell you what it is. The hearts will start fluttering there. Innocuous sort of a shot. It's Butler who's come on a second half substitution.
When Grimsby and Burnley met in the First Division in October, Grimsby won 6-5. The teams managed a mere 4 goals on this occasion, the first 2 going Burnley's way inside 18 minutes. Alan Moore opened their account with his first goal of the season. And once Paul Weller had fired home number 2 for Burnley, Grimsby's run of 5 FA Cup ties without victory was ripe for an extension. But buoyed by memories of those 6 strikes against their Lancashire opponents in the league, Grimsby found a way back to Burnley's goal. Ian Cox was penalised for the challenge on Stuart Campbell. Terry Cook, once on Manchester United's books, stepped up to beat Marlon Beresford from the penalty spot. Then, with 3 minutes left, 18-year-old forward Darren Mantaram succeeded with his one-man mission to equalise. His splendid strike earning Grimsby a replay at Turf Moor.
From Alan Moore to Ian Moore, right to the byline. Can Ian Moore drag it back? He does for little, but a foot comes out. The shot was from Grant, beaten down. And Moore again, Ian Moore, that is good shot. Just wide of the upright from Ian Moore. Now it's looking good in the early exchanges of this nationwide League Division 1 encounter. Mr. Buckler, the referee, Mr. A. Buckler, spotting that one, giving Burnley a free kick. This is going to be taken on this near side, outside the Ipswich penalty area. Glenn Little leaves it down. Paul Cook fires it in. Oh, and a great save from the keeper. It was Ian Moore's header and Andy Marshall's save.
Well worked cross, we've seen that a few times, hasn't it? Glenn Little put the ball down.
Marcus Bent there, trying to get the ball across. A tangle with Arthur O'Leary. Don't give him a penalty, for goodness sake. The shot comes in, it's over the top from Ipswich, and the referee awards a goal
Forward when they get an opening.
Amazing pressure now, that one comes in a nice flick in. Oh, the goal! And that's the number 9 career goal. Has put Ipswich into a 1-0 lead. Easy for him on the 6-yard line as well. Challenge again, yeah, it's all happening here for Ipswich. And of course, Burnley need to get another goal. Get a goal to draw level, and perhaps it's the chance here for Robbie Blake. Just wide from Robbie Blake. Good effort again. Good mover, Robbie Blake. Made the space create. Can Ian Moore do something with this? His namesake. Right to the left-hand side, you're going to take him on. Right foot in. Now the chance here for Grant. Oh, he should have hit it first time. It's got over the top. It took a deflection, but really, I think they're trying to walk it in, Burnley. The ball played inside line to Moore. Penalty. Now they've a chance now, Terry. We talked about the lack of goals, lack of opportunities, lack of shooting opportunities. Now's the chance.
Yeah, now's the chance, one-on-one with the keeper, all right. Ian Moore did extremely well, and Alan Moore did extremely well a bit earlier on, but he just had that bit too much space to flick it away and get away from the keeper. And I've got to say that Marshall did catch him, did bring him down. It is a penalty. Will he convert? That's the question.
Well, if we know Robbie Blake as we do, he's a confident man. He's taken spot kicks before, and really we hope he scores, because I can't see Burnley scoring any other way this afternoon. And I said at the beginning of the game, if Burnley got a point out of this, we'd do well with a depleted squad. So Robbie Blake steps up to take the penalty for the Clarets. What a piece. Great stuff.
Made no mistake, and I've got to be honest, I didn't expect to see Tom Hawkes celebrate the goal this afternoon, put it to the left of Marshall. You said it, perhaps it's the only way we were going to pull one back this afternoon. What a piece, Clarets.
Well, that's good. Gives it into Papadopoulos. Papadopoulos on the wide side to Glenn Little. Glenn Little twists and turns, left foot cross. More! Look at that! Oh, I thought he scored! How on earth did he miss that one? Papadopoulos. Ian Moore stuck it across. Papadopoulos came racing through, and it was Glenn Little on the right-hand side with a left foot cross. Goodness me. Square. It's Paul Cook with the gloves. Must have bad circulation in his hands. It's not that cold. And here's Little. We have gloves on, but we're stood about. Can't be the same percent for the Claret players. Here's Robbie Blake going to try one. Great effort from Robbie Blake, and outside the penalty area, and a good save from Danny Coyne.
Great shot, matched by the save, and that was it with some power, because when he got his hand to it, it spun round and nearly went up the player's tunnel.
That's Ian Moore's ball. Didn't know much about it, but his left foot shot. What a goal from Ian Moore. Left foot way outside the box, and that's what the man needed, and that's what we needed.
Super goal. I shouted yes as he pulled his foot back, because it seemed to open up for him. No goalkeeper would have got that. It rifled into the game. He made the penalty on Saturday against Ipswich, and opens the scoring for Burnley with a left foot pile driver. 1-0 to the Clarets.
Now then, Ian Moore. Can he lace it that for Robbie Blake? Robbie Blake. Shot! Straight at the keeper, Robbie Blake, but good footwork from him as they closed down on him very quickly. A left foot shot for Blake. And right at Coyne. But it's Palace on Saturday. which is the bread and butter stuff. We need points for that one. Now, here's Little for Burnley. On this left-hand side here. Robbie Blake. Oh, good ball now. Now the other way. Can Little finish off here? He must finish off. Oh, a challenge comes in. Oh, that's a good goal. That's Glenn Little, who I think has sealed it for Burnley. He had to get it, and what a nice finish.
Sheer poetry in motion there. Got the ball. He started the move to Blake. Blake back to him. Wriggled and squirmed his way into the box. You thought the time had gone. The opportunity had presented itself. It was snubbed out, but he persevered, turned round inside, and then just curled it round as he fell to the floor. That should seal it, David, but we said it before, the 2-0s to come back, but that's a super little goal.
Squared up for Blake. Inside for Papadopoulos. Down he went. That was the cause for a penalty. The linesman's flagging on the far side. He wants to have a word with the official.
I'm sure it was a penalty, David, and now the referee couldn't see that from the position he was. Seconds before, the Grimsby fans were calling for a penalty for the foul on Soames. The incident that he went down on wasn't, but he just a slight tug of the shirt previously. I'm convinced that as he got through there, Papadopoulos, that was a penalty on him. Anyway, there's conversations going on, a pace over on the far side. You were watching the incident while I was looking at the fans in the cricket field stand, the Grimsby fans, but to me, to all intents and purposes, that was absolutely a cast iron penalty.
And I think the assistant will be telling the referee exactly what we said. That was a penalty. So will the referee turn this one around now because he couldn't see the incident? He's given it penalty.
Well, I may have done an injustice to the referee because he was much nearer than we are, but we, of course, are much more elevated than he was. But it was absolutely a clear penalty from here. But the linesman had the courage of his convictions, flagged, called the referee over. That is extremely good assistant refereeing.
Yeah, that's what they're there for, to assist, and he's done exactly that tonight. 4 marks to him. Robbie Blake can step up now and take this penalty. He's had 5 so far this season. This, if he converts it, will be his 6th from the spot. This is Robbie Blake against the keeper. Coyne, Blake, 3-0. Marvellous.
Super penalty, David, right into the corner. It hit what would have been the stanchion at the back, but of course there aren't any at Turnmore. Whapped it in there. 3-0, that should be good night Vienna, and it's nothing less than we've deserved tonight. 3-0 to the Claras. We've not too many minutes to go. Just pinged into the cameraman there, and the thing. Oh,
what a chance on here. Moore, 4-0. That's it. Ian Moore gets his 2nd for the club on this night that Burnley knocked Grimsby out of the FA Cup.
Cool as a cucumber finish, and a man with full confidence there took it on and just slotted it cool as a cucumber, cool as you like, into the corner. 4-0. We said a few minutes ago that should be curtains for Grimsby. At 4-0 with 2 minutes left, that's got to be.
and he's scored there for Reading. Sidwell has scored after a controversial decision right down by the touchline there, and that's the way it goes. Burnley 0, Reading 1. Solarco, Shorey again. And they're trying to switch play to that far side. The cross comes in hard. Solarco picks it up here for Reading. A shot! The goal from Solarco, and that's 2-0 to Reading just before the break. Exactly what we didn't want.
Everybody thought that the cross that came in was not very well played, but it was wide. Solarco was unmarked. We had 3 men sort of ball watching and winger watching. Solarco unmarked at this side, calmly stepped inside and curled it. I have to say,
certainly isn't there. Sidwell, the man that got the goal for the Royals in the first half. The cross comes in, Marlon Beresford stretched, and that's 3-0. No messing on that far side, unmarked. 3-0, good night. Paul Cook as well. Dean West has been in a position like this before and scored, incidentally. But we'll see. Paul Cook just looks at him. The unshambling wall appears. Paul Cook strides over it. Dean West hits it. Reflects, get in! Goal, Ian Moore. Pull one back for the Clarets, and that was a great goal, really, because we needed that one.
yeah, the free kick, 22 yards outside. Robbie Cook, Paul Cook rather, just looked to get a go at it. He was just cranked in by Dean West and picking up the pieces which we wanted the Clarets to do. Moore gets on the goal sheet, 3-1 down. It's attainable.
Taylor takes it on the foot, pulls it up. Man on for Grant. Grant was practically knocked off the ball, but he kept his feet. And now Gareth Taylor. A shot from Taylor. Claim for handball. Down goes the Mayor Moore. Referee gives what? What's he given? Penalty? What's he given? No. Is he given a penalty?
He's given a penalty. There's no two ways about it. He's definitely given a penalty. And Robbie Blake's gone off the penalty scorer, so there's added pressure onto Gareth Taylor, I suggest, might step up to Taylor's. Although, I'll tell you what it is, there will be some debates in the dressing room, the press room and every other room you can think of after the game because of the decisions. But it was definitely goal-bound, you have to say that.
Okay, Dimitris Papadopoulos, who replaced Robbie Blake in the second half. Can he pull it back to 3-2? The Greek international for the Clarets. He steps up, Papadopoulos, and that's the result. He saved it. Well, I'd have said Gareth Taylor, but never mind. And perhaps the Clarets. Murty's ball played in once again, but can Burnley get all this? Solarco plays it over to that far side now for Reading. Watched by Glenn Little, very deep at the moment. The Burnley winger cuts inside. Arthur gets the foot to it, does well. Oops. Whoa. Down goes Arthur O'Hare. He's hurt himself. Penalty.
I think it'll be a penalty and he'll send him off.
Well, that's Marlon Beresford. Yellow card. Thanks, Faithful. Grateful for that, but it is a penalty, of course. Could be 4-1 this one. Go. Oh, a good save. Can he get him in? Oh, unbelievable. What an afternoon for Burnley. Really sums the whole darn day up, doesn't it, eh? What? Right there, they've been in this first division for a while now. So another tough game coming up, but Burnley seem to do quite well away from home, Terry.
Yeah, they do, and I think David will have to improve the performance, and that's unlucky by Arthur O'Cleary, if you will, there, because it really did hit him. And it's clear.
This is the 5. Oh, a good save from Beresford, and that's the 5 goals again. Burnley have conceded. The luckless Clarets, it really has to be said. Henderson wipes it up, gets the 5th. and that is a definite good night. And the Burnley fans and this James Hargreaves sound get up in masses to depart from the club. Amazingly so it is. It's Ian Moore. A bit embarrassing, to be honest. Now then, Papadopoulos. Chance here for West, who hammers that one. Good ball from Dean West. 5-2 to make it more respectable.
Pick that one out and take your time in doing so. And he hasn't picked it out yet, but West struck that like a thunderbolt. It adds a bit of respectability to the side.
Too many of the lads today were below the standards they set themselves for some inexplicable reason, because we've been doing extremely well. We've been on a 7-match run, and today was very frustrating for us.
Do you think the game could have hinged on 2 penalty decisions? A lifeline thrown, perhaps?
Well, it's possible, you know. I mean, when we got to 3-0 down, and of course we got 1 back, then we had the penalty which might have made it 3-2, but the keeper saved it, and they went on and they won well in the end.
How do you pick this team up for next Saturday, Coventry?
Oh, they'll be all right. They're a good set of lads, and the circumstance today was that, as I've said, we had too many players way below par by their own standards. I need to get the skipper back and Weller fit, and perhaps a lone player, something like that, because we're a little thin on the ground at the moment. But I'll pick them up. They'll be fine, and they'll pick themselves up, and they'll be as disappointed as the fans and I am about the game. But we just seem to throw one in every now and again for some unknown reason, because the preparation's been good, and everything leading up to the game was fine. So we need to get a move on.
Oh, that's a loose ball, a misunderstanding. Alan Moore got in first, he's round Finnan, he's round Melville, and Burnley score in 4 minutes. What a start for the Division 1 side. A poor ball by Sean Davis, but Alan Moore, the former Middlesbrough player, with too much pace for them. Saba out wide, where Harley and Malbranque combine. Headed on. Here's Sahar! Oh, he took it so well. Just couldn't find the top corner. Melville with the free kick. Cox, who hooks that out. Here's Malbranque on the half volley! Fulham a level, right on the stroke of half-time. And that is 2 exquisite touches by the Frenchman. It was in as soon as it left his toe. Fulham doing much better in this second half now. Inamoto. And Malbranque slips his man again. He gets away from West. Has a good look up. Malé! Oh, he took it off the toe of Sean Davis, who might have had a better view of goal. This free kick gives Burnley a bit of respite. Down as far as West, just pumped back in. Taylor. Briscoe! Oh, he needed to strike that more firmly.
It was boldest shot in the penalty area. Perhaps he found Marlon very much in the centre goal there, Terry. Yeah, I'll hand over, David. Alan Moore. Alan Moore's in again. What's for Burnley's chance here? A goal. Ian Moore. Marvellous stuff.
From one end of the field to the other one, they had a chance. Alan Boulder didn't take it. The ball came upfield. Ian Moore to slap up the chance after the rebound came through from Alan Moore. We haven't played many minutes, but it's Clarets 1, Derby County 0.
As Clarets move up on this right-hand side, Dean West with a throw-in. Looking for a few options. He's got Lee Briscoe into the box, but full-back Zavano. A chance here for Grant. Cross the fade, Taylor! 2-0. My word, this is good stuff from the Clarets. 22.5 minutes gone. Burnley 2, Derby County 0.
Well, Zavagno, no wonder he's down on the floor there. What a bad mistake. Dispossessed Grante, had a look up, chipped it up, and it was that man, Gareth Taylor, with his head. Burnley 2, the Rams 0. Bad defensive mistake, that.
And West is over on that far side. That goes straight to the front man, Taylor. The header up, Alan Moore gets in and shot. Cracking effort from Gareth Taylor, left foot driver from the Welsh striker. Ian Moore with a chance for a bit of space for the flying centre forward as Moore goes racing through. Can he finish? He's got too many men on him at the moment. A great effort from Ian Moore, a good save from Lee Grant. Well worth the run.
Well, we were sucked in, weren't they? And the Derby players there were busy attacking, and when the ball broke clear, Ian Moore got clear. He wanted to score himself. 2 Burnley players in support.
Tremendous stuff there from Ian Moore. Welcome to the FA Cup 5th round replay against Fulham here tonight at Turf Moor. Expecting a good performance from the Clarets, another bite of the cherry after that 1-1 draw at Loftus Road the other Sunday. There's Ian Moore who just lays it on back. Briscoe's header. Now the penalty! He's not given it. Was it outside the area? He's going to book him for diving. I don't know what's happening here. The referee, Mr. Dowd, has not been happy with it at all. He's booking Ian Moore for diving. That's the only thing that's in our minds at the moment, Terry.
Well, he pushed the ball between 2 players, and when I saw him push the ball through 2 players and go for it, and I think I said penalty straight away. It just certainly looked a penalty, but I think you might find there that the referee may have got that just about spot on.
Very little contact. There was slight contact. And Alan Moore for the Clarets there. He scored the goal down at Loftus Road. Alan Moore, great ball through. Was being held. Ian Moore, and the ball taken off him. He was being held, but he did break through. It was a super ball, Terry.
Super ball, good running off the ball. He definitely held him and pulled him back. The referee must have thought advantage played here, gave the advantage there, and he finally won the ball, which was comfortable. But there was no doubt about it. Before he won the ball there was the pull.
Cross comes in, a great cross. Taylor nods it down, runs away from Grant, and that one out for a goal kick. Exciting stuff. Good play from Burnley on the right-hand side.
I think really that Grant thought that the man was going to win the ball, and when he didn't there, it just took him slightly by surprise. But even Stevens at the moment, they're showing some class, and we're absolutely throwing everything at them just to try and get the other goal. Ian Moore's got to be careful, but he just sits in.
Imagine latch on to that one, forced to Grant on the right-hand side. Cross comes in from Grant, Briscoe, goal! Gareth Taylor, what a goal for the Clarets! 26 minutes gone, Briscoe's lead flick, and Taylor finishes for the Clarets.
Cross came in from Brian West. He said, I don't want possession because on the offside, the ball came in super cross. Briscoe went to get it, missed it over his head, and Taylor was on the mark to plonk it into the corner. 1-0 to the Clarets.
So the lone striker has scored for Burnley. He's done it again. The Welshman, as we look on this one, Grant's cross. Briscoe flicked it on, and there it was from Taylor. Here come Fulham on a counter-attack with the number 14 shot. Great save from Beresford, and it was Malbrook's effort, which was headed towards the bottom right-hand corner, and more than Beresford spectacular.
Yeah, Malbrook, the scorer the other Sunday down at Loftus Road. Beresford to his right, punched it away, and out of arm's reach. Nobody could rush in there when it was on the
way outside his area. Long ball for Taylor, but not found. Dean West picks it up for the Clarets. Bumps it forward. Ian Moore, can he get there? Oh, it's 2-0! Ian Moore has made it. Burnley 2, Fulham 0, an out straight leg, and that man is so quick.
You say, can he get there? And he most definitely could. Ball came over, flicked over, in that no-man's land position that keepers absolutely hate when they try to go for it and all, and the superior speed of Ian Moore just gets there just in front of Taylor and into the centre of the goal. 2-0 at half-time. Who said the Clarets wanted half to finish?
Well, that's great news for Burnley fans everywhere. Ian Moore has added to Gareth Taylor's goal, the same goal scorer as on Saturday, and it's all up for it now. Fulham will have to fight for this one if they're going to save their pride here at Turf Moor. That ball put out by Leginski, and so Fulham on the rack, as it were, granted to take this one for the Clarets on the right-hand side for Burnley. In it goes. Amazing stuff. 3-0 and Taylor.
And it's Drizzer, and no wonder he celebrates like that. Yes, he's absolutely delighted. I don't care if there's about 13 men on the pitch at that time. The Tony Grant corner was absolutely superb. Drizzer made it first run on it, powered it into the goal. 3-0. I don't think they could come back from this.
Great stuff from Burnley. 3-0. And Drizzer's first goal for the club. And Mike Taylor well and truly beaten. And it looks like Fulham have got it up. No chance with this one. But anyway, Burnley 3, Fulham 0. And Fulham will have to Salmon. Little. Left-hand side for Briscoe, plays it up for Taylor. And there it is. Burnley have gone into the 6th round of the FA Cup. A 3-0 win against Premiership side Fulham. You can't do better than that, I can tell you. It all went wrong for Fulham. The goals came in for Gareth Taylor's header from Lee Briscoe, Tony Grant cross, and then we saw the goal from Gareth Taylor. Ian Moore, who outstretched the ball into the back of the net. And finally the Frenchman on loan, Drizzer Diallo, got the header from a Tony Grant corner. And then that man, the Sean Davis, sent off, just about set it all for Fulham. It's highlights, it's good, it's 6th round action next. It's Burnley 3, Fulham 0.
You've said it all, David. 3 good goals, justified. I thought in the first 15-20 minutes that they looked the more composed side, but take your plaudits when they come, David. You don't get into the 6th round every year. You don't get into the 6th round for 20-odd years, whatever it is. And then while it's there, make use of it. And we go down to Watford. Certainly confident we'll give them a game. I'd love to see Watford back on the turf.
That's a possibility as well. So it's back to league action on Saturday. We celebrate midweek for the Cup, but the Britannia Stadium, where the bread and butter is on Saturday. It's Stoke and Burnley. We'll see you then.
Stoke moved themselves off the bottom with their midweek win over Walsall, but they were out of luck against informed Burnley. Chris Greenacre's effort was chalked off, And 11 minutes into the second half, the visitors scored the only goal of the game. These are happy days indeed for Burnley supporters. Dean West's excellent strike, his 5th goal of the season, made it 9 points out of 9, and they've got an FA Cup quarter-final at Watford to look forward to next weekend. Stoke 0, Burnley 1.
Burnley boss Stan Ternant's calling for a rule change after this 1-1 draw at Millwall so that teams can use 6 substitutes instead of 3 in a game. Ian Moore put the Clarets ahead. Eventually, they could have key defender Steve Davis back for Sunday's Watford FA Cup quarter-final after he came through a reserve game midweek. Millwall left it late for their equaliser. Richard Sadley is fit again and got the goal, but Stan Ternant was furious about it. He claims it was offside. The referee didn't give it, and Ternant felt that summed up one of the worst refereeing performances he's seen this season.
Steve is Dean West. Decent delivery as well. Taylor knocks it down, and there was a foul. Wouldn't have counted anyway because Taylor was leaning down on his man. So a free kick in a promising position for Burnley. Lee Briscoe. And they're all piling up in there, but the referee spotted another infringement. Been a few of those already. Here's Cox. Taylor. Ian Moore. Son of Ronnie, the Rotherham manager. Ian Moore looking lively. Oh, that's not a bad cross either. And Lee Briscoe had advanced into the box. Stephen Glass then to deliver Watford's corner, and it's a cracker, and Gareth Taylor took it away from all comers then, including his own keeper. Probably did the right thing because it was about as much into the danger zone as you could get that one. Watford are certainly getting a chance to pump some balls into the box. Ardley takes the free kick. Helgeson helps it on, and it's up for grabs as Cox came in, and Gareth Taylor is doing his bit in defence. Here's Neil Cox though, and Graham Branch, despite being hounded by Gavin Mahon, is able to clear. Watford try again. The presence of Gareth Taylor in his own penalty box proved to be vital then. He won a header there, and he won another one there. And also got involved in that challenge, which put Neil Cox off. Neil Cox. And Paulo Vanazza had a dig from distance. It was always looping over. Well, most of the corners on that side have been taken by Stephen Glass, but not this one. It's Neil Ardley who delivers this time, and Helgeson rose. Well, he's good in the air, not bad on the ground either, it must be said. Short corner between Ardley and Vanazza. Ardley sends it in, and it came to Smith. Didn't really catch it right. Here's Marcus Gale. And Gale's cross is a cracker for Helgeson. Oh! He almost seemed surprised that it came to him, Heider Helgeson. And in a game devoid of decent chances, you really have to take ones like those. Dean West with this throw. Now Lee Briscoe. And Briscoe has sent it across. And Glenn Little, well, his first touch. Now that would have been a story if that had gone into the top corner. Glenn Little just on in place of Alan Moore. Now, that went kind of between Mahon and Helgeson. Here is Gavin Mahon though. And how about that for a teasing centre? Tommy Smith, he might get a second bite, he doesn't. It's smothered by Beresford. It's Neil Cox to float this free kick in. Helgeson will have a go at it. Comes to Micah Hyde. Helgeson turns and shoots. A few hearts in mouths around the stadium then. But the search for a goal goes on. Smith now, he's given it to Grant, although the situation was rescued by hand somewhat. But Burnley can come back for more. Briscoe, teasing centre, Chamberlain not near it, and Tony Grant and Ian Cox got something on it. A nervous, anxious moment that for Watford. Briscoe's centre caused quite a few problems. Chamberlain sends one up again. Helgeson. Oh, he's done well. Heine Helgeson, and that's a magnificent save from Marlon Beresford. Both sides are eking out a few chances now. The chances have been a long time coming. The game is opening up. Fiercely struck by Helgeson. And a nice sight for the keeper. Neil Ardley floats it in. Oh, and Cox is in there, and it's been scrambled in by Tommy Smith. Watford are in front. Cue the party at Vicarage Road. It wasn't particularly pretty, but it could be so very, very effective. Neil Ardley's corner, Cox's header. It was a scramble, and then Smith pounced, and Watford rise to the occasion, and the occasion is a big one. It's the quarter-finals of the FA Cup after all, and Watford lead Burnley by 1-0. Ardley tries again. Gavin Mann. And again. Helgeson. He's going to get a free kick, surely. Wrestled to the ground by Cox, who has to be careful, having just been booked. This could be one for the left foot of Stephen Glass. Marcus Gale also standing over the free kick. Here it comes from Stephen Glass, and there it goes from Stephen Glass, and there go Watford, surely into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. Watford are living the dream now. Bang, get in there. Beresford got his fingertips to it. That's not enough, and that could be a clincher, and that could be a place in the last four of this oh so famous competition for Watford FC. Glenn Little will float this one in. Briscoe's header straight at Alec Chamberlain. Ray Lewington waiting for the whistle. Over 20,000 inside Vicarage Road today. Only the FA Cup can do this. Watford, from the bottom half of the First Division, are through to the semi-finals of the famous FA Cup. An awesome achievement for Ray Lewington and his team. A day to cherish at Vicarage Road. Watford 2. Burnley 0.
Must be one sort of down dressing room because
yeah, they are very upset in there, and but that's only natural because they care about it. It's their livelihoods, and unfortunately our name wasn't on it today.
What about yourself though? Because I think quite a few in the game would have liked to see you have a crack at a semi-final.
Well, it'd have been nice, but it wasn't meant to be. You know, that's life. If your name's on it, fine. We've given it our best shot, and it didn't work out for us today. So we'll just regroup and dust myself down, and lift the players, and I'm sure they will be ready for Wednesday, which is an important game for us in the league, and see if we can get in them playoffs.
Burnley can't get hold of it. No, here he is. Flick on from Paul Cook. Now Robbie Blake down on the line to Paul Weller. Well, an inside ball here for Ian Moore. A shot from Ian Moore. A good effort from Ian Moore. And
and he grasped on it in Ian Walker. Well, that's more like it from the Clarets. Ian Moore on target. Yes, he has possession near side. In for Ian Moore. Ian Moore leaves it now for full-back West. Little looks round. Forward for Wellerman, quickly on, and Little comes away with the ball now. And Little looks to... he gets the chance on for Robbie Blake. And he shoots hopelessly wide for Burnley, and really thought that was going in. He snapped that up pretty quick, did Robbie Blake, and I felt sure it was going to... Elliott, straight to the feet of Summerby. Well played from Summerby, spins down the line. Opportunity here for Leicester. And it was a miss in the end by Paul Dickoff, but good play from Summerby on the right-hand side. Dickoff just interception from Ian Moore. And Ian Moore goes off on a run. Ian Moore's got the pace, they don't like this. Ian Moore's still going for it. Go on, Moore. Well, down he went, but some brave running from Ian Moore. Great stuff. Was the line, really. That corner, as Terry mentioned, very rare, about to come in. Oh, no. Where's Scott that goal? Well, goodness me, it's Benjamin. Has scored for Leicester, second half substitute. Oh, I foresee that again. Corner comes in then for Leicester. Oh, what was that? As then you said, the second corner resulted in a second goal. Davis plays it long forward. Papadopoulos, can he do something with this? Been a free kick. Papadopoulos went down very quickly. So edge of the area, dangerous one for Leicester. Can Burnley get a consolation, Terry?
Of course we can, David, and if they get the requisite 10 yards, at the moment there's not one there, and they brought every man back. They want to keep it extremely tight. Don't give us a sniff, that's what they'd be saying, but find one on target, hit that net, make Walker save, and take it from there, and lads have got to be very quick in here to keep on side to pick up any pieces.
So the shot, was it going to come in now from Steve Davis? Just left the right hand side. No, he left it. Crossed in. Goal! Papadopoulos. Pull one back, Clarets. Little too late, I don't know.
Can be a danger man for Burnley. Arthur Noel here latches onto that as he moves forward. He's got Briscoe to his left-hand side. He chooses Ian Moore. Ian Moore turns. The effort blocked. A shot from Glenn Little. A tame one with the left foot. Danny Coyne. No real problem, but some good play developing from the left-hand side from Arthur.
From Driss, of course. Sounds a pound stays what we should call him Gibraltar, then get the back.
As always, really. And Davis there. The chance here for the number 8 scores. And Grimsby take the lead. Stuart Campbell, and he got past Steve Davis quite easily there, and it's 1-0 to Grimsby. Came in on 42 minutes. Burnley 0, Grimsby 1, and it's Stuart Campbell for the Mariners. To his left-hand side, and Little now to do something with this one. Weller gives it into Ian Moore. Shot from a Moore right across the face. And Steve Davis here, back for Paul Cook. He's got Arthur here. Arthur will put the ball in, surely takes it into the penalty area, puts it across! A goal! The linesman's flagging on the far side. It will not count. It's been ruled out by the assistant, but Moore had got onto the Arthur Noel Croft.
And I think the ball was a bit...
So Glenn Little again to take this corner for the Clarets. He hammers it into the 18-yard area. Davis is down there! And that's a goal. And that's Alan Moore, who was saying about him putting his mark on the game. He's just done it.
And Steve Davis can consider himself redeemed for the mistake which led to their first goal. Corner came over. Davis headed it through, and Alan Moore flung himself. Nobody could do anything about it.
Yeah, well, we stopped the rot, but again, we played in the first half. We were very poor by our standards. In the second half, for a half hour, we played very well, and we got the goal. And we could have gone on to win it, but I suppose we got a point without playing anywhere near as well as we can, and hopefully that's a step in the right direction.
Unusual in a game nowadays to see the stretcher unfortunately have to be used twice.
Yes, well, the one with Stacey Caldicott was Steve Davis just on half time. He came through to have a shot and he went to block it and he stayed down, so we got the ball off the park, which Glenn done that, which was very sportsmanlike and the right thing to do. And of course our medical staff look after it from there. He's been taken to hospital for an x-ray. I don't know what the extent of it is, but it's the right and proper thing to do.
I can confirm that Paul Groves, the manager of Grimsby, said he has indeed broken his leg, and he'd like to thank Burnley Football Club for every assistance that they gave to Stacey Caldicott.
Well, that's nice of him to say so, but I mean we would expect that would happen in any ground really, but I hope he makes a quick recovery from it.
Alan Moore's contribution on the field 12 minutes, yes. Strange.
Well, he done really well and he got a good goal for us. And we were doing well then, and of course he's done his hamstring, he pulled a hamstring, so he had to come off, and again the balance of the side with the players I have out and other bits and pieces of things, it affected us again, so Ian Moore had to go and play on that side. He was naturally left-sided and things like that, Dimmy up the front. Well, we got a point, so I suppose we've got to be grateful for that.
Chance of 3 points on Tuesday night against Bradford City,
yes,
and
well,
perhaps Gareth Taylor back in contention.
Gareth's available, so he'll certainly play.
He too gives the ball away needlessly for the Clarets. Passing very, very scruffy at the moment from the Clarets as Bradford are looking to open things up here. We've had 5 corners from them in the first half, and they're still attacking the Burnley. They've got here, Jurgensen, and was that headed out? That's given, that's the goal. Jurgensen has scored for Bradford, and a great cross from the right-hand side. And he dispatches long for the Clarets. Trying to get Robbie Blake. Weatherall's there. Branch for Little. Left-hand side. Man on straight away. Blake gets the ball, gives a return to Little. Little does extremely well. Into the penalty area. Little twists one way, then the other way. Shot from Little just past the far post. Really good, spectacular stuff from the big man. Then Little, perhaps he's back on form.
Lovely interchange of play between Blake and Glenn Little. Sidesteps his men, get into the box and picked his spot. He could have let it go first time, but he didn't. Second chance, he aimed for the far corner, and that was a whisker of paint away.
Again trying to find Blake. Little, forward for Blake. Blake does well, wonderful stuff from Blake. Can he finish? Can he finish? A shot, a great shot, that's a goal! That's a goal from the poacher, Ian Moore. He's not giving it.
Offside, we just were critical slightly of Robbie Moore being too intricate, but that time he got it absolutely right. Turned inside his man, saw the opportunity, got the shot away. Goalkeeper could only parry it. It came through.
Up to the near post. Davies heads away for Burnley, headed on by Ian Moore. It's only half cleared. Yulin Beek does really well. Back to the back post. Oh, it's just past the post. And that was a golden opportunity for the Bantams to take a 2-0 lead. Ian Moore heads it down for Taylor. And Taylor this time manages to find West on the right-hand side for the Clarets. And West runs up here for Blake. Blake with his back to goal. And trudges off 15 challenges. He's still got a chance of getting the ball here, Robbie Blake, and does extremely well. And Robbie Blake shots wide.
Visions of the goal against Tottenham Hotspur. Robbie Blake, no right to win 2 or 3 of those challenges and tackles, but he did do.
Again by Beresford. Ian Moore keeps that ball in play, and it's taken away from him. And away go Bradford with Paul Reed. And a chance on here for the second. Has he pushed it too wide? He hasn't. It's a goal. It's the second for Bradford. It's disaster for Burnley after they pushed in this second half.
OK, settle back for one of the craziest games of the season. 9 of the 11 goals came before half-time. 13 minutes on the clock, Wayne Brown put Watford in front. Would the Hornets now shut up shop and hang on for a 1-0 win? You must be joking. This, of course, was a repeat of the FA Cup quarter-final, which Watford also won, without having to score 7 times. Gareth Taylor made it 1-1. Now, when it comes to ridiculously high-scoring games, Burnley have produced a shelf load of video nasties from this season. Burnley 2, Rotherham 6, Burnley 2, Reading 5, and September's comedy classic, Grimsby 6, Burnley 5. You'll notice the Clarets always end up on the losing side. Manager Stan Ternent said afterwards he didn't know where to begin. In the first half, the Burnley fans didn't know where it was going to end. Micah Hyde, Neil Cox, and then Michael Chopra made it 4-1. Incredibly, after just 29 minutes, some Burnley supporters started to leave. Who could blame them? They'd seen it all before. The roar from Steve Davis's goal, though, might have tempted one or two back. There certainly is some gloom around Turf Moor at the moment, not just because of a poor recent run of results, but the fans are angry that the club have allowed one of their star players, Glenn Little, to go out on loan to Reading until the end of the season. Taylor's second header reduced the deficit to 4-3, still following, but only for 60 seconds. 19-year-old Chopra, on loan from Newcastle, was to be the star turn of the afternoon, this the second of his 4 goals. Meanwhile, Watford youngster Jamie Hand has been called into the England under-19 squad to face Germany. Clubmate Anthony McNamee is on standby. Spare a thought, though, for Gareth Taylor. Can any player have scored a hat-trick at home before the half-time whistle and still be part of a team that heads to the interval trailing? He wouldn't even get the match ball. Burnley defender Earl Davis has extended his loan spell at non-league Southport for another month. He was glad to be absent for Saturday's embarrassment. Just 2 goals to report in the second half. Chopra scored Watford's 6th and the 7th. Despite his loan deal, he is available for the Hornets FA Cup semi-final this weekend with Southampton. The teenager has played for Newcastle in the Champions League this season, but without scoring. Burnley a little easier than Barca. What a game. Burnley 4, Watford 7.
Just schoolboy errors defender, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Certainly no one here good enough. Whatever reasons, whatever handle you want to put on it. But I'm just lost for words with that one.
Big game coming up on Tuesday.
Yes,
Again.
Well, the one thing to say is that when you've had a result like that, we've had a few of them this season, we'll need to get playing again quickly. So hopefully we can turn it around on Tuesday.
Very difficult when you haven't played for some time. West with the free kick for Burnley. Davis is up there. That was a foul on Davis, surely. And Ian Moore there, who hoisted up to the back post. Davis heads it on. Taylor shot. Block. Shot from Weller. Just wide from Paul Weller. Better from Burnley. Better. And wide. It's West across in, but the keeper will punch at that again. He's obviously not too happy about catching this keeper, as Briscoe will play it in once again. Oh, the header! Oh, the great save from Lucas! Goal! Papadopoulos! Come off the far post! Unbelievable!
A wonderful save by the goalkeeper, first time round, and then the ball came across. Papadopoulos, we thought he won't get it, he did get it, drove it across the goal, it somehow found the inside of the post and came back across. 1-0 to the Clarets. Not long before half-time, David. Super goal. Hold it now. Keep it tight to half-time.
Now then, a free kick for the Clarets. Lee Briscoe steps over it. Blake will take this one for Burnley. Hits it first time. It's a hard one. A goal! What a screamer! That is some goal. Comes in from Robbie Blake.
And that is quality. That's what you pay £1 million for. Beckham must be worth 35,000. He does it regularly. But Blake there, he looked, he came again, he had another look. He thought, I spotted the gap, I'm going for it. And he found that gap. Lucas, no chance.
Blake with the free kick for Burnley. Can they get a 3? Oh, he's at the post! Goodness me! That could have been the 3rd for the Clarets. Great stuff from Burnley. Seems to take an age, and Alexander shoots! Saved again by the Burnley goalkeeper, Makopoulos. Great cut, great shot, great save. Alexander, far side for Preston. Ball played inside to Cresswell. Oh no. Another foul, this time by Graham Branch. Free kick again to Preston. Out just outside the
Burnley penalty quickly taken one. Coppless is there.
Well, the performance was good, and we got the clean sheet, and I thought we fully deserved the victory.
You've asked for the rub of the green, you'd like a bit more of it. We may well have got just a touch of it.
I believe so. Someone said that the shot had hit the ball and gone over the line. From where I am, I don't know. But what goes round comes round. They give a goal when Drizzer headed it off the line against us a couple of weeks ago, and anyhow, we had that break tonight, so I'm happy about that.
And fans happy with the victory, happy in the length.
Well, I think so. If you win the derby match, you know, that's important to us, and we played really, really well. So they competed well, the lads, and all credit to them, because it's been a difficult past month or so for us since the quarterfinals, since we lost in the quarterfinal of the FA Cup. So with injuries and one thing and another, players being away on loan and all the rest of it, it's been a good night all round for us.
Good news for Norwich ahead of Saturday's game at Walsall. Phil Mulrine has declared himself fit after a reserve game, and he's hoping to figure over the Easter matches. After Steen Nedergaard's early goal, Zima Abbey made it 2-0. The Clarets of this week recall Brad Maylett from his loan at Swansea to cover the injuries at Turf Moor. One of those receiving treatment, Lee Briscoe, looks like he's avoided a broken leg despite being stretchered off at Carrow Road. Things not going well for Burnley, who played Gillingham at home on Saturday. Promotion party, which very nearly didn't happen when Paul Merson missed a penalty after Gianluca Festa was fouled by Dean West. Merson will make a decision about his footballing future in the summer, but he won't be doing anything hasty because he wants to make sure he does himself justice next season. Harry Redknapp says he'll give the players who got them up every chance to prove they can cut it in the Premiership, but he's warning fans not to expect many big money arrivals because he reckons there'll be lots of bargains to be picked up. And let's face it, he does have a rather good reputation for doing exactly that. The news that chairman Milan Mandaric has dropped a big hint that he will stay put is a big boost. He wants to establish Pompey in the Premiership and finish off the stadium redevelopment. It was a nervy night all round when chances just wouldn't go in at either end. Redknapp dedicated Portsmouth ending their 15-year top-flight exile to the players and fans who'd been through so much this season. Gary O'Neill reckons the race with Leicester for the Championship will go right down to the wire. To win it, they'll have to beat teams like Ipswich, who they play in Friday's first live game. Svetoslav Todorov got the crucial goal after good work by Nigel Quasi. Todorov, the first player since Guy Whittingham to get 20 goals in a season. This is surely the most memorable, on a night when Portsmouth announced their return to the top flight amid joyous celebrations after the longest finish to a game Harry's ever experienced. What Redknapp and Jim Smith have achieved at Fratton Park is phenomenal, and Paul Merson rates it as one of the best achievements in his career.
For the slightly missed pass to young Matty, and just said, just keep it going, son.
And there's Paul Shaw. The shot was hard, it was low, it's a good save as well from Nick the Greek, and it's Danny Spiller who put that one in. It's a corner to the visitors. Taylor to Arthur O'Leary. Square ball up, good ball too, and bent it with his left foot to McGregor. McGregor's cross from the far. Weller can come up here, but he didn't make the connection, Paul Weller. It was a perfectly floated ball by Mark McGregor, and it was a great ball from Arthur to Mark on the right.
Outside of his left boot, nothing on really, Arthur, so he just guided it between the players.
Matty O'Neill with the throw-in right into the box there. Davies is up there. So too was Driller. Oh, that's a goal! It's Gareth Taylor. He took that one from the penalty area and banged it into the net. Burnley 1, Gillingham 0.
And no wonder Gareth Taylor celebrates and does an action replay that it came off his right boot. The ball came across.
Could be. It's Matty O'Neill getting plenty of practice in on the throw-ins. Not that he needs it, of course. He's a heck of a throw on him. Centre. Oh, Drizzer, and that's a goal for Drizzer. Third time lucky, as Derry said. And Matty O'Neill's throw-in works dividends.
That'll do the young man a power of good. It'll also do Drizzer Diallo very good. He really celebrating like he's won the championship. But we said third time lucky, and indeed it was. Bartram, no chance.
Yeah, they played very well today and they deserve to win. But to be fair to them, since the Preston game, they played well against Preston and we won. And we played pretty well at Norwich and at Portsmouth. So they've carried on with it today, and they deserve to win.
Branch and Drizza Diallo at the back, solid, clean sheet. You must be very delighted.
I'm pleased. I'm very pleased with them. I've been pleased with them all season in view of the circumstances. Have been kind of difficult for us this year. So, all in all, the players have done extremely well.
For the last home game of the campaign against Sheffield Wednesday, already relegated. You can see two men out there who are bringing their footballing careers to a close, professionally anyway. That's Burnley's Paul Cook and Burnley striker, the Paddy and Predator, Andy Payton. Terry.
Hero of mine, Andy Payton, David, as you know, something like 230 league goals, a claret to the very core of him. Paddy and Roughneck, you described him once, I think. I saw him and he was always one for giving you an interview after the game in the press room. Something like 115 clarets goal, 69 claret goals in the league in 100 odd games. It's a terrific strike rate, and he will be emotional and in tears because he'll always be a claret. And David, I'll hand over to you because I will lump him a throat.
Managed by Chris Turner, the former goalkeeper and Man United keeper as well. The shot comes in. Oh! And Makopoulos let that one slip. It's got to be said. And that's an early strike for Sheffield Wednesday. Wednesday is still coming forward. McGregor just doesn't get the ball away. The cross comes in from Murphy. And a chance here! And that's two to Sheffield Wednesday. Oh, are we going to see it all again? The 6-yard box unmarked, the ball came off on the left-hand side. The Compass had no chance on that one. Quinn with it. Davis heads it away. Akuki, and now a chance. Well, that was a strange one. That's the third one for Sheffield Wednesday. Looks like that man again, Westwood, actually. I don't know whether it is or not, but bounced over the top of Nikopoulos. Strange. O'Neill does really well. Handball penalty. And that is the persistent work of Matty O'Neill. No doubt in Mr. Clattenburg's mind. Burnley have a chance to get about a goal back, Terry.
Yes, I think it was a penalty. We might have thought that if it was at the other end, it was a touch off. Robbie Blake stepped up. He's confident, he has to score. We've got to get this one back before half-time. And as you said, Matt O'Neill, praiseworthy over on the far side, and persistence paid off for the penalty kick. Blake steps up.
Okay, let's see if Robbie Blake can convert this one then. The ball's moved from the spot. Robbie Blake has got a massive Sheffield Wednesday fans in front of him. He has Stringer to beat from the penalty spot, and let's hope he does. As Robbie Blake, ball's borne away again. This is not helping the situation whatsoever.
No, it saps your confidence as that, and it's even more of a mark of a man in the Wednesday players there. It's just where it is then. Stringer looks big in that goal.
As Robbie Blake takes up. 3-1, and Burnley have grabbed a lifeline. Robbie Blake.
Stringer looked big in the goal, but not big enough because Robbie Blake fired it in low into the bottom corner to Stringer's left. 3-1
side. Can't get possession of the ball. Graham Branch doing a strong marking job. Cross comes in. And there it is, fourth goal. Across what was never really any danger. And into the back of the net over Marlon Beresford. And that is 4-1 to Sheffield Wednesday. Early, because he missed it, it gave Beresford the opportunity to capture the ball. Taylor puts down now, then Robbie Blake. Left foot strike for Blake. And that's into goal! Robbie Blake, 4-2. Stringer couldn't handle it. The power by Robbie Blake's left foot meant that Stringer let it in.
I'll tell you what it is.
But he's playing this afternoon a free kick to Sheffield Wednesday on their left-hand side now as the Sheffield fans continue to sing harmoniously.
end of the scoring.
I wouldn't even consider it. As Wednesday again on this right-hand side, Holt plays it in, and that's another one. Wow, what is happening here at Turf Moor? Burnley 2, Sheffield Wednesday 6.
Well, you've got a feel for Arthur Nowiri, haven't you? Off the end of his boot, turns it past Beresford. Who would have thought it? And I just finished the phrase. I don't think we've seen the end of the scoring yet.
Left-hand side, the cross comes in. It's Robbie Blake. Blake goes down. They must have clattered him in the face. And the shot. Allowed is 7-2.
Season, where do you start?
Well, I've already started.
Right. Seven different goal scorers and not one of their forwards. Chris Turner, former goalkeeper, he saw 4 different goalkeepers, and he said something like, I don't think we saw a goalkeeper amongst the 4 of them this afternoon.
Well, he's right, and he is a goalkeeper, Chris. He could do with making a comeback perhaps on today's evidence. But it's a big challenge now. I have to turn it round, and that's what I'll do.
In the face of adversity, there's always some bright lights, the glasses off full syndrome, as you've described it, particularly young Chappie and Matt O'Neill.
They've done extremely well, and of course today we've thrown 6 in. There's only one good goal, which was a 6-1, the shot. And Ian Moore shown ill discipline, he's been sent off. I didn't actually see the incident, but the referees told me he kicked him. Ian's told that, so I'll sort that out internally. So it's just a catastrophe today, really.
Stan, thanks very much, and I've got to say, as always, all the best for next season.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Speaking as the man who found a picture of Terry Venables shaking hands with an alien, I didn't think anything else could ever surprise me, but then I met Stan Turnham.
Subject, Stan the man. Author, Jack the lad. You need broad shoulders to be editor of the Sunday Sport, and even broader still for a life in football.
Managers today are terrified of offending supporters, terrified of offending their chairman, terrified of offending some of their millionaire players. Stan's not bothered. Stan doesn't give a monkeys.
All right. Man can be here today, gone tomorrow. And I'm as good, bad, or as indifferent as the players, but I employ the players, so it's down to me. Although I work with them and I'm the gaffer, they're still like people I care about as people. But at the same time, there'll be other players who wouldn't cross the road to say hello to me, and vice versa.
I mean, Stan, for example, signed a player simply because he built a house himself, rather than what he could do on a football field, because he thought that was the measure of the man.
The book is called Stan the Man. Is there a lack of men in football these days?
No, there's a lot of men in football. A lot of them. Good ones. Look at Bobby Robson. You class him as a man, wouldn't you? Fergie. The daddy of them all, as far as I'm concerned. Meggie, Big Sam, my pal, Reedy, other pals. They're good lads, they're men. You have to be, the job they do, and what they have to handle. Yeah.
Stan's like a little football nugget that's been buried away in the lower leagues for a few years, undiscovered apart from by everyone in football.
He'll score. He doesn't miss.
Tell me about this music that you play.
What, on the coach? Well, it's just a bit of a laugh, that. I like Joseph Lock and that, but the lads hate it. So I like slip it on for an half hour and reckon I'm going to give it them big style and it's all off, you know. Then I have to switch it off again. Well, their tastes are different to mine, obviously, you know. I mean, they're into all this crash bang wallop stuff and garage and all that. I was garage is where you put your car. I haven't got a clue what that is.
I'm going on Sunday with the lads. I think we might just do it.
You got your ticket?
Yeah.
I'm probably happiest when the ball's moving, football-wise, on a golf course. The longest Towns End isn't there cheating. And at home with Kath and the boys and my granddaughter and that. A peep inside. See what you can see. Who's that? It's Ollie. I go up the Drum, my local. Everybody knows about the Drum. I've gone there for years. And I just have a couple of beers here and there and see some of my friends. It's just quite simple. A hard life in football, he got that right. But there we are, I've enjoyed it.
Well, I did warn you, just 2 wins in the league in the last 13 and 7 goals conceded at home against our bogey side last season, it seemed, Watford, and of all teams, Sheffield Wednesday. Well, in the end, it wasn't the playoffs we were worried about, it was the possibility of relegation. Nevertheless, it's been the first disappointing season since the club's return to Division 1, and set in that context, and the ITV digital demise drastically revising budgets, something of a season to be brushed under the carpet as a one-off, perhaps. It's gone. Time to look forward to the new campaign.